So you Muslims say that these these dots and these vowels don't change a thing. We're going to show you 4 examples, and then you come back to us and show me if they don't change. We're going to show you that they not only change the meaning, but they change the doctrine, they change the theology, and in some cases, they even change the practice.
Hello everyone, this is Al-Fadi, and we are excited to show you today some tangible evidence of what we've been talking about for the last couple of episodes concerning differences between multiple copies of the Quran. And today we're going to focus on what we call the most popular reading, the Hafs reading, compared to other readings as well. Let's call it this ahruf claim, that 7 ahruf, the claim that they're all the same, that nothing have changed, that the Quran is perfectly preserved. We will show you a few samples, just really a handful of samples to expose this idea that there is perfect preservation, because what you will see, you will be able to judge on your own that there is no such thing as a perfectly preserved Quran. Rather, there are different Qurans. And if we, if my Muslim friends will acknowledge this, we won't be having any problem, by the way. We won't be even doing the show. The problem is solved. But when we keep hearing this insistence on the perfection of this book called the Quran, then we have the duty to really show our Muslim friends first and others that such claim does not stand the test, period. Dr. J, what say you?
Exactly. And I remember after we went public with this, and certainly after this interview that we're going to show in a bit between Qadi and Muhammad Hijab, Shabir Ali quickly put up a video to counter this, because he was asked the same question in June of 2020. And he says, okay, all right, we do admit that there are differences in vowelization, there are differences in diacritical marks, but they don't change any meaning. There is no doctrine that has been changed. Just keep calm. There is no theology that has been changed. Please keep calm. There is no practice. He made those 3. He was mimicking what we have said about the Bible and the many different, we have been very transparent. Of course, there are differences. There are scribal differences between the different gospel accounts. We are very open about that. We even tell the reader, we put it in footnotes. This is what one manuscript says, here's what another manuscript. So we've always been transparent, because we would never make these claims of inimitability, of eternality, that no man can change it. We know that men can change it, because copies are made of copies of copies of copies, all the way down through the centuries. So when we, after we held these up, Hutton and I, the very next day, because there was so much noise and people were grabbing our papers, we decided to do an hour video doing and comparing some of these changes. You can go on Fander Films and you can see it. It's about an hour long. It's one of our most popular videos. And that was back in 2016. Now I'm going to show you some of the slides from that video. Let's go look at the slide and let's just see if there are some changes. Now I want you to, especially, you're an Arab speaker, look at the slide here. Here is Surah 2, Ayah 184. So this chapter 2, verse 184. On the left side in green is the Hafs in the Arabic there. You can see the Arabic there. Mm-hmm. On the right side is the Warsh. And the Warsh is from North Africa. The Hafs is the one that's used all over the world. Let's just look at this word miskinin. And I want to point, I'm going to
Masakin.
Masakin. Okay, let's go and show here. I want to look here, and below the meme is a kasra, right? Can you see the kasra there?
Right. Okay,
now let's look over in the Warsh and look at the same word. Above the meme is a fatah.
Well, I mean, if I may interject here, really the issue is not the kasra or fatha. The issue is it plural or singular?
Okay, hold on. We're going to get, but I just want to show you so people can see that. Don't get into the meaning. We're going to get into that later.
Well, you have to use these kind of things.
Okay, can you see that there are 2 different, one a slash below on the left, a slash above on the right.
Yeah.
So people don't know what you're saying because you're Arabic. These are non-Arabic
speakers.
So
if they're non-Arab, they can see the difference.
Anybody who doesn't speak Arabic, can you see that? There is a dash, a slash below. That's a kasra. There are 3 vowels. Right. That's a vowel. That is the E vowel. And then there is a slash above. In this case, that is the A. That is a fatah. Now let's look at one more. Here above the noon, below the noon is another kasra. See the kasra there? That is a slash below the noon. Over on the Warsh side, it's above the noon. with a tanween above, shadda above it, and there is a fatha. So that's a ah. All right. So go ahead and say the two words. One is what on the left, and what's the other one?
The one with the Warsh reading is saying masakin. That's plural, meaning poor. Let's use the English translation: poor people or poor ones. The one in Hafs is reading miskin, one poor person or one, basically poor. Here is why this is significant theologically. Because
before we get theological, everybody's seeing just by taking a slash below and putting it above, it changes dynamically. So let's go in this.
It's not just about this. It's about the word itself, brother, not just the fatha and the kasra. One is clearly with the ya at the end is indicating, and also the dagger alif, you can tell this is a plural word versus the other one.
Okay. Now, this is during the fast. You're during the fast, and you can, for your redemption, you can feed somebody else, either one person or you can feed many people or a number of people, right?
Yes, these are exceptions. If you could not fast because, let's say, you're ill or you're traveling, or let's say,
of that.
Yeah, and a woman may be having her monthly, basically thing. You have to really cover for the days that you're not fasting in a certain way. So Warsh is saying you need to use what it's called fidya to feed multiple people, because the plural in the Arabic word means three, minimum of three at least, because you can use a dual for two, but here masakin meaning three at least. The other one, Hafs, is saying you only need to feed one person. Now remember, Islam is a religion of works. You accumulate good deeds. So which one is it? You feed multiple people or one person only?
Absolutely. So significant for those unable to fast, can they feed a poor man, one, or many poor men? This has both theological implications as well as change in practice. So Shabbat Ali is wrong. You cannot say that this doesn't change the practice. Which one are you good to do in lieu of doing the fast? Is it one or is it many?
You can't look me in the face and tell me it's the same.
Yeah, you can.
It doesn't work that way.
Let's do another one. Here's another one. And this is chapter 3, verse 146. On the left, you have a prophet who fought. And on the right, in the Warsh, you have a prophet who was killed, Qutla, in battle. So, how many a prophet fought with whom were many worshippers? Or in the Warsh is how many prophets were killed with whom were many worshippers of the Lord? What's the significance of that?
Well, I mean, the same thing we're dealing here. Here, the issue is min qatala, meaning someone who fought.
But they survived.
Right? The other one, Warsh, that's the Hafs reading. The Warsh reading is saying, qutila, someone who was killed. There is a difference between someone who is fighting and someone who actually was killed. Is the person alive or dead?
That's right. Especially if I were a prophet, I would rather fight, thank you, than be killed. So the word changes completely here just by putting a kasra, a fatha. And that's why you need to be careful, or in this case, a fatha down to a kasra between the Hafs and the Warsh. So huge significance there. Let's go another one. Here's chapter 7, verse 57, or Surah 757. And you have the winds bear good news. And this is Alayt ibn Khalid. It then becomes the wind scatters just by changing the vowelization. He it is who sends forth the winds bearing good news before his mercy until when they bring up a laden cloud. Now in the Alayt ibn Khalid translation, it is who sends forth the wind as scatterers before his mercy until when they bring up a laden cloud. Obviously, the significance, does the wind bearing good news or does it scatter? It seems like the wind has two completely different functions.
One is talking in a singular, one is talking in the plural. I mean, you can make an argument and say, well, okay, the meaning's still the same. Fine. But the word is not read the same.
Especially significance between good news and scattering, completely different significance. I want to end with this one here, and this is chapter 98. This is the one that Shabbat Ali took almost a whole hour to try to shut us down. He was so bothered by this one. And this is the Bari'ati on the left. When you look,
Al-Bari'ah.
And then what's the one on the right? What? So you can
Al-Bari'ah.
Okay, and I'm
So you and I were talking that time, when we did the show, the word Al-Bari'ah by itself. What does it mean versus Al-Bari'ah? Okay? And we said Al-Bari'ah, one of the ways you can look at it, if you tell the Muslim on the street or an Arab, what does the word Al-Bari'ah mean? They're going to say innocent. That's a natural, basically meaning that has come in to their mind.
Yeah.
I don't care about what the commentators think it is, or what the Quranic concept it is. They're saying, no, it's the same word, al-bariya and al-bari'a, meaning just the creation, technically speaking. Why was it written this way and why it is read this way then?
Yeah, exactly. So you would actually go with Warsh before over and above Hafs.
If that's what they want. But what I'm saying is they're not getting the message. They're not getting the message, meaning like Dr. Shabir Ali or others. If you take this word and ask someone who reads Arabic, what do you think the word al-bari'a means? The first thing that comes to their mind is innocent.
Yeah.
Why? Why didn't they think about creation or creatures?
Yeah, fascinating, because this has to do with us personally, because this is about the people of the book. That's us. It's referring to us. Do we deserve to go to hell? If we are innocent, what are we doing in hell? If we are just simple creatures abiding eternally, we are the worst of those creatures, then we do deserve to go to hell. So theologically speaking, from my perspective, huge theological implications.
And here's the laughable part about all of that. They kept insisting on using later sources to support what the meaning should have meant.
Well, fascinating. Obviously, these do change the meaning. Now, what we're going to do the next time, we're going to show how damaging this is for one fellow that we saw there at the corner, and his name was Muhammad Hijab. Look and see what he did in 2020.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you, everyone. Until next time, have a blessed day. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, Sira International, and click on the bell so that you receive notifications whenever we publish a new video or go live. I would also like to appeal to you to consider becoming a Patreon patron by clicking the link right below. By doing so, you can give towards the production of these videos. There are also other options for you where you can give to our channel. I thank you from the bottom of my heart.